So what I see right off the bat, obviously we're in a recovery after going to pretty oversold levels. I want to look on the monthly chart at how much of the decline from the 2021 highs this market has regained. Okay, so double checking which high is the precise one here. Okay, so we're not quite at 50% yet. Now, if I change this to a weekly chart, it will keep that same annotation that I made. Ooh, check this out. See how the RSI power zones are back near comparable recent levels? This is more of an advanced RSI power zones concept, but that's something that many of you have access to education here. So just keep that in mind, guys, that we are at recent overbought levels on Meta that might provide resistance to the momentum, right? They might be slowing the momentum. So I'm going to just use like highlighters, like the yellow highlighter color here, when I want to bring your attention to things. Okay, so this is a little bit concerning to me that we're recovering like this and at these momentum levels, but that on its own isn't enough to stop the run up. The other thing I'm seeing is that there is this move right here. So this is a price high, right? There's bar high, price high, swing high. I dig into all those specifics in my various courses in the intro lessons. And this price high, so why is it a price high? Because it has a bar high, a higher high, and then a lower high. You will see price highs and price lows all over your charts. What makes them more powerful is when they are swing highs and lows. And this one has the features of a swing high and low, right? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of that together creates a range of resistance that is overlapping that 50%. So guys, right off the bat, actionable information I'm giving you here for anybody trading Meta, watch this 227 and 236 approximately resistance levels. They're very important, okay? Now for support, we'll dig in as well, and then we'll move on to the daily chart briefly, and then look at our other two tickers. So for the momentum here and the price action, ooh, another thing I'm seeing here is some Gann drives higher. So guys, can you let me know how many drives higher you see off of the November 4th low? Guess between 3 and 4. Okay, I'll tell you the answer is 3 or 4 from what I see, but just tell me what you think. So those who have Gann trading patterns, advanced loss forecasting, you will have an insight to this. Okay, yeah, I agree. So I also see 3. So drives I mark in orange. So like I'll just make one segment here. I guess I accidentally closed my reference file. Just no biggie. I'll just make this a little thicker and a little more transparent. Okay, that's too transparent. And what this is telling me, so that's one drive higher. It has smaller pieces in it, okay? Another drive higher. And then the third one that we're in, it's unfolding, that if Meta finds resistance in this whole price high, there's room for it to roll over and still make a new move higher, okay? But not without some pain in between. So let's take all of that together and go to the daily chart. And for those of you who looked at your charts in advance and now see me doing it, does it help that you got a little chance to get familiar with the chart first? Type a Y in the chat. Again, that was new. Me kind of like telling you what the State of the Union part of this would be before me doing it. Okay, cool. So now with this rolling over, the additional support and resistance I see, I'm going to mark here. So one is this high back here, also in the weekly chart, but it's more defined as a swing high on the daily. So I'm going to add a blue horizontal line there. So this is reinforcing that this is a lot of like resistance here at different levels, but 2 of them gathering close, 224, 227, okay? And then if we move into the more recent action, when you take your eyes from the closest price action to the right of the screen, the most recent data, and you move back, that's the best way to help figure out what the most recent high or low is that's defining and supporting the move. So when I see this tracing back up and then pull it back down, all of these bars here were inside of this guy. So that bigger green candle is the most near term higher low support. Type of Y if you guys followed that. Okay, I took my eyeballs from the right to the left, and I told you exactly how I picked the level. So we're going to do this again for Google and Microsoft, but I will explain different features, and we'll still get to your questions for the day. Awesome. Okay. After that, and I'm just mapping out the same thing here. These are all the higher swing lows. But the most important of these to me is this guy right here at 193.64. The reason being, oh, excuse me, it's this one at 197.90. The reason being, because it's near this old top. I don't know where my line just went, but that's okay. All right, here we go. This old top at 197.16. So I'm basically saying that, hey, right now, and I'll just get a different color to kind of map this out. We have this correction lower. We're unfolding in this new drive, and all this time RSI power zones is just kind of going sideways, right? If Meta on its news next week weakens, or if it weakens before that, there's important support right here with the most important resistance in two spots, this and this. Is that helpful to you guys? Is that something that you can consider in your analysis and trading? Type Y in the chat.